Welcome to Cupid's Logic, where love meets predictive intelligence. We decode attraction, conflict, attachment, and compatibility, so you can know if it will last before you commit.
Welcome to Cupid's Logic. I am your host, Craig Pruitt, and today we are diving into a question that hides in kitchen conversations and late-night decisions. Can two people love each other and still be headed for opposite futures? Imagine Patrick and Maya. Late 20s, magnetic chemistry, same friends, keeping each other laughing over dinner. A year later, they're gently pulling apart, not over a fight, but because Patrick is chasing a startup in another state, while Maya is planning to anchor near her family and a nonprofit career. They adore each other, but their life stories are on different tracks. That invisible mismatch is what I want to pull apart with you today. In the next 10 minutes, I'll give you a mental model and 3 practical checkpoints you can use tonight to test whether your partner's future story really lines up with yours. You'll get concrete questions to ask, what to watch for when answers don't match, and a short PRISM-style micro-test to score alignment quickly. If you want fewer wasted years and clearer decisions, this is exactly the kind of clarity that separates almost right from built to last. First, what do I mean by narrative alignment? Think of your life as a story, with a trajectory, recurring plot lines, and a set of repair myths, how you handle setbacks. Trajectory is the structural stuff, career pace, geographic openness, family timing. Plot lines are the meaning-making threads, what counts as success, rituals you want, and how you spend your free time. Repair myths are the assumptions about how you behave under stress. Do you regroup and talk, or withdraw and wait? When two people share similar trajectories, compatible plot lines, and overlapping repair myths, attraction scales into lasting partnership. When they don't, chemistry can only carry you so far. Now the silent failure mode. Relationships that fray not because of betrayal or lack of feeling, but because life stories slowly diverge. Picture a couple who love weekend hikes, but disagree about the long-term plan. One imagines a suburban house, kids, and steady schooling. The other imagines 6-month sabbaticals and a career that requires frequent moves. Or a couple who prioritize different rituals. One wants Sunday dinners with family. The other treasures solitude and flexible travel. Over time, small daily misalignments accumulate into resentment, then disappointment. Attraction kept them together initially, but it didn't create the scaffolding needed for a shared future. Checkpoint A, trajectory sync. This is structural alignment, timing, career arcs, location, and pace. Ask these short questions. Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? City, job, family. How flexible are you about moving or changing careers? What timelines feel realistic for marriage, kids, big purchases? Listen not just for words, but for pacing. If one person's timeline is next 2 years and the other's is maybe 10 years, that's a structural mismatch that will create repeated friction. Be curious, not accusatory. Frame it as mapping, not negotiating a promise. Checkpoint B, values as plot. Values are the themes that make choices sensible, what feels meaningful day to day. Do you frame success as impact or income? Do you prioritize rituals like weekend family meals or spontaneous adventures? Ask, what traditions matter to you? What would a perfect Saturday look like in 5 years? Small answers reveal large plot lines. If your ideal life includes nightly family dinners and your partner values fluid schedules and career-first weekends, your daily plots will clash. The good news, some plot lines are negotiable if both sides know they're negotiating the story rather than pretending everything will naturally align. Checkpoint C, crisis and repair story. This is where character shows. Under stress, who do you become? Do you expect apologies, timelines for repair, or long silences? Ask, when we fight, what helps you feel safe again? Tell me about a time you were hurt. How did you want to be calmed? Notice whether repair expectations match. If one person wants immediate discussion and the other needs cooling off time without check-ins, a small disagreement can escalate into a relationship-level rupture. Look for green flags, shared rituals for repair, clear responsibility taking, and a willingness to learn. Red flags include blaming narratives, avoidance, or an assumption that time alone will magically fix everything. A quick PRISM micro-test you can use tonight. 3 prompts, score 0 to 2 for each. 0, not aligned. 1, partial alignment. 2, well aligned. Prompt 1, trajectory sync. Do your 3 to 5 year plans match on location, career pace, and family timing? Prompt 2, values as plot. Do daily rituals and priorities overlap enough to create shared meaning? Prompt 3, crisis and repair. Do your repair expectations align so conflict can be resolved reliably? Add the scores. 5 to 6 suggests strong story alignment. 3 to 4 suggests conversations needed and targeted planning. 0 to 2 suggests structural divergence and a higher risk of long-term mismatch. Keep it as curiosity work, not a verdict.
Before I give you a short script to start this gently, remember why this matters. When life story gaps are addressed early, you get clearer decisions, fewer wasted years, and better timed commitments. When ignored, you trade slow erosion for sudden, painful choices later. Okay, 2-line script you can use tonight to open a low-pressure mapping conversation. I love what we have, and I want to check something. Can we do 3 quick questions about where we imagine our lives? I'm curious because I want to make smart decisions together. That phrasing signals care, reduces defensiveness, and frames the work as curiosity, not criticism.
Recap. Treat relationships as joined stories. Look at trajectory sync, values as plot, and crisis and repair story. Use the PRISM micro-test to score alignment, journal your answers, and repeat the questions after a week to check for consistency. Favorable outcomes when you address gaps early include clearer timelines, aligned priorities, and fewer surprises, meaning you either deepen together with confidence or make kinder, faster decisions to part ways. Are you ready for the truth? If you want a deeper read and a structured PRISM report to map these storylines, visit cupidslogic.com and run the full compatibility assessment. Thanks for listening to Cupid's Logic. Remember, you're not bad at relationships. You've been flying blind. Let's get serious for a moment. If this episode helped you, I would love to hear your thoughts. Share a moment you learned something new, or try the 3 questions tonight and tell us what you discovered. I can relate to how hard the conversation feels, and I promise this work pays off. Be honest with yourself. You deserve to know whether your lives are writing the same future.
This has been Cupid's Logic. Stop flying blind in love. Visit cupidslogic.com and let the PRISM engine reveal what your relationship data already knows.